do you, as a leader, reinforce discipline, and how does this group collectively maintain that discipline?
I think the group does it pretty naturally. Guys are coming in ready to work every week, and I think we have the mindset to improve and to continue to develop as a team. And I think largely that comes from Shane and the coaches. But yeah, all of us in the locker room, have to carry that out and do it week to week. I think guys have done a good job with it.
When you are winning, how do you?
Yeah, I think we've got a great relationship. Spend a lot of time together watching film, talking about the game plan, and how he sees it kind of unfolding week to week. So just try to do my part and help execute that. But yeah, I think a lot of guys playing well, a lot of guys playing the right way and helping us do playing unselfishly in spots and helping everybody be successful. I think that's kind of what you've seen.
When you are successful, how do you go in that film room and say, okay, we're scoring so many points, but there's still things we can improve on?
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty easily. I think with the group we have and guys understand, the success we've had. I think in putting up points, but we're also eager to improve and get better. And I think that's just a testament to the character of the guys we have in the locker room. Guys want to get better. They want to improve, and obviously the results important, but keeping in mind, where we're going and where we want to be as a group.
Is it difficult in weeks like this, knowing you guys are heavily favored against the team? I mean, does that change preparation, or do you have to reinforce that, I guess, to these guys?
I don't think so. No, I think all these guys are mature enough and know the nature of the NFL. Everybody's good. Every team's got good players, good coaches, and week in and week out you have to prepare and play well to win. So I think guys understand that and we'll have that mindset throughout the week. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I think just week in and week out to do what he's done is has really been fun to watch. And as a quarterback, it's a obviously it's a huge deal and it helps a ton. But yeah, he's been really impressive game after game, coming up with big runs, coming up with dirty runs that should be 1 or 2 yard runs, and he gets 5 or 6. I think all those plays really add up, keep us on schedule, help us maintain our efficiency on offense, and that's a huge deal. Um, well, I think first, the guys up front have done a tremendous job protecting and creating good pockets and try to take advantage of that when you have them. So I think that's first, big credit to those guys, and then just trying to know where the ball is supposed to go and get it out on time. That's my job, and try to prepare for that.
Daniel, you had mentioned post game on the field, like you felt like this was possible. I guess when did you think that this type of performance was possible?
Yeah, I mean, I think you never really know for sure. Like in training camp and in the spring, you never really know what you have. But I will say, just getting here and looking around, you're like, wow, there's a lot of really good players, and the system seems to fit, and really smart coaches. And then, yeah, I think getting into the first couple weeks of the season, seeing how these coaches game plan, prepare us, how detailed all that has been, and I think gave us a lot of confidence going from there. So still a lot of work to do, I think, and what we can be, but I think we gotta keep doing what we're doing.
Do you guys feel the energy around town right
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't go out a ton, but I mean, I think, yeah, just going around and people are excited, and we really appreciate the support from the city, and we're excited to get back at home, play another home game.
Lots been made of your performance specifically this year, but are there any areas you specifically kind of identify that you really improved this year?
Yeah, I don't know if there's one or two things necessarily that sticks out to me, but I think just trying to be prepared each week to execute and do my part of our offense, and I think like I said, coaches have prepared us really well. I think we've had great game plans and great uh, scheme going into the game, and at that point it's up to us to execute it. And so offensive line's playing well. running backs playing really well, receivers are playing well, and just got to do my part.
You don't like to talk about yourself really, but is this the most in sync, I guess, you have felt within an offense?
Yeah, I think for sure. For sure, I'd definitely say, yeah, all around, I feel like I have a good understanding of what Shane wants, what we're trying to do, and then, yeah, just being on the same page with these guys.
Daniel, I know wins are fun and scoring at the rate that you guys are is fun, but results and productivity aside, what is it about this group that allows you guys to genuinely enjoy playing together as much as you do?
Probably just about, I think the type of guys we have in the locker room and personalities. Guys care a lot about football, want to win, want to play well together. A bunch of unselfish guys who really prioritize the team and winning. So it's fun to be a part of a group like that, and yeah, we got to keep it going.
Keep that focus and realize, forget what the records say. When it's a division game, it's a little something different.
Yeah. Now you just got to know like it's a rivalry. We play this team twice every year. And it'd mean the world for them to knock us off, especially coming here playing at Lucas Oil. So you just got to prepare like it's a really big game because it is a divisional game. It counts twice. So
when things are going so well and you have to go in the film room, maybe there aren't as many things to pick out, but you still go in there and try to find things like, hey, I should have done this. We can improve upon this.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when things are going well, like everyone's feeling good. So it's a good opportunity to kind of nitpick at some things and kind of get on you for little details because people might not be as as sheltered about stuff. So
What is the biggest contributing factor to things going so well? It's seamlessly on offense right now. Communication,
yeah.
the relationship with Daniel, Kane, what is it?
I think we're just really clicking. I think it really starts up front. Like our O line's been doing a phenomenal job, and that's having us run the ball well. JT's been doing a great job running the ball too. So I think that's kind of opened up a lot of things for us, and then helped with the passing game. But I think it's a pretty balanced attack, so it's helping out everyone.
Have you ever seen JT perform like this before in your career playing with him?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's done this like a lot. And a couple of my years early on, he get banged. He was a little banged up and might have missed some games, but he is consistently like when he's in the game healthy, like he was always a guy that's like pretty much every other week you're getting 100 plus yards out of him. So.
Do you feel like you're playing the best you've played in your career right now?
I feel like I need to get back to get to that, but yeah, I think I've been feeling good like throughout camp and all that. Just continue to working to be better every single day. And yeah, I think this can be my best year yet. Play my best ball.
You hear about teams sometimes it's like, well, this offense, they're just really in sync. They're really on the same page. Is that something real, and can you feel it?
Yeah, for sure. I think we do a really good job from the top down. Coaches communicating what they want from us out of here, out of play on this look, and then getting it from the quarterback. Okay, if on this play here, I'm looking for you for this coverage. I want you to kind of throttle in this zone or rip out of it here if it's this type of look. So I think we're all kind of on the same page and communicating well.
What has been the reason for just the success you guys are having on that side?
I think our biggest thing is just the amount of guys that can make plays on our offense, and so it gives us a lot of options. Run the ball, pass the ball. Daniel's been playing great, so I think everybody's been doing their job when it's their time to make plays and stuff.
How much pride do you take being able to be lined up at fullback or tight end or wherever they need you, and like you're able to do that with success and versatility? How much pride do you take?
Yeah, I think it's obviously valuable for an offense, but I think that's part of being a good tight end is being able to do a lot of different things within the offense. That's kind of part of the position, I feel like.
Do you have a favorite tight end? Do you like getting the ball and throwing the ball?
Whatever they need me to do.
Have you ever been part of an offense that is clicking this well?
No, I mean, I guess you don't necessarily realize it as much when you're in it, but then when you do kind of look at it and see how well we've been playing, it is, we're doing a great job. So keeping it consistent week in and week out will be important, and being able to, not plateau and keep getting better each week will be.
How do you guys not get caught up with being the heavy favorites this week against the Titans team that has struggled this season?
I think our team's mentality is going to be the same every week, no matter what the opponent. Also, you're playing an NFL team, so there's not really any bad teams. From what I've noticed so far, right? Everybody's, professional and everybody's really good, so it's a grind each week.
Tyler, just the history of the game. What do you think about the way tight end kind of emerged? Natural problem, playmakers, and just about every
Yeah, I think it's just kind of another thing to have in your offense. So if you can have tight ends that can win and do stuff in the pass game as well as the run game, it opens up a lot for the offense. Yeah, I think his consistency in the facility is big, and then also just watching him play, kind of his motor and the way he plays the game, I think is easy to learn from and fun to watch as well.
I think, we approach it every week the same way. Win or lose, you want us to continue to push ourselves to be the best versions of ourselves every single day. Obviously, it was, we had some success. It was great. Big Grove got the pick, Nick got the pick. A lot of Latu got the sack, so that was pretty cool. But at the end of the day, there's some things we want to clean up and things we got to continue to grow in. So just want to keep, taking one day at a time and be the best defense we can be today.
It's always tough to face a team twice, especially twice in as early of the season as it will be against Tennessee. They've certainly endured their challenges, but what do you continue to see as some of the strengths in particular that they have on the offensive side to account for?
Well, obviously, it starts with the quarterback. Obviously extremely talented. Getting more comfortable in this league, making some tight window throws that we got to make sure we're ready for. And their running attack is legit. Got respect for both of their running backs. I've competed against both of them for some time now, so we got to make sure we got our hands full. Make sure we're ready to play on Sunday.
Every week in this league, you'll see a situation where you say, "Damn, how did this team lose to this team?" It happens each and every week because it's the NFL. How do you avoid being that team, especially when it's a division game?
Yeah, I don't really think, I think that's an outside perspective, like outside the NFL. I think the parity in the league is a lot tighter than, I think the average, viewer really understands. So you got to understand, like, for example, we played, they were down, third, fourth tackle last week, but he's still an NFL player, so he's still going to win. He's still going to make plays. So regardless of what the perception or, how he came in the league, we all were underrated at some point. So everybody's capable. Everybody's, willing to able to make a play, so we gotta make sure you're locked in.
You lock it in because it's division too. I mean, it's a chance to stack another one, and they all count. They used to say, Dunge used to say, division games count twice.
Division games count double for sure, and we got a tester coming in on Sunday, and we gotta make sure we're ready for it.
So you guys are one of the top teams in the league when it comes to defensive takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
What do you credit that to so far?
I think we've just been taking advantage of our opportunities. I think Coach Lou has done a great job of not only instilling, taking the ball away into our mental mindset, but also, working it in drills. And, we got guys that just been making plays, from Karen, Kenny, Grove, Latu, the D-line leading the team in pictures is crazy. Yeah, those guys are leading the way, and it's cool to see. So we just got to keep going, keep it rolling.
Is Grove still talking about that interception?
Actually, he not, believe it or not. He had a great weekend. It was his birthday, so shout out to BG. But yeah, man, I'm just glad that he getting the love that he deserved. It was a hell of a play, one of the all-time plays. And that says a lot coming from Grove because he got a few.
You always hyping up your teammates, very vocal leader. How did you kind of find your voice, and when do you know, like, okay, now's the time to be that vocal leader, be a little more, I don't know, conversations about whatever thing?
I would honestly say that's naturally who I am. Just in high school, college. I mean, it's weird to say out loud, but like I've pretty much been a captain on almost every single team I've ever been on. And I would say, coming in this locker room after my second year, I kind of felt like I wasn't really being myself, and I had opportunity to just step up, vocally. We had some social justice issues going on, and I think that kind of helped me find my voice and just kind of step into who I really am and let my teammates, my coaches, and the team know, like, the type of player that I could be, not only on the field but in the locker room as well. So.
Jalen's going to be practicing today. How big would it be to get him back out there?
Man, love to see Jay Jones. I saw him in the Walton. I said, shout out to my boy Jay. So definitely need him back, man. I know he's been battling just with a bunch of small nagging stuff that just sticks with you. So I know he's been putting that work in, been seeing him putting that work in. Glad he's able to get back to practice today. Hopefully we get him back soon.
See, this offense is always quick to credit you guys with how good you have been and taking the ball away, putting the offense in good situations to be successful. I've been watching just a little bit on the sidelines. When this defense comes off, yeah, you get to your adjustments, but it seems like everybody on the defensive side is really quick to want to watch this offense. How much fun is it for this defense to watch the production of what those guys are giving you week in and week out?
Man, it's special. I think we got I know it's been said over and over again, but we got extremely close in that team. So it's, we watch, and obviously I get my adjustments, but I need to see Alec catch the bomb. I need to see Pitt make the tough catch over the middle. I mean, but even now, it's like, watching the mirror take the kick back, it's like we all just rooting for it. I mean, one of my favorite moments from Sunday was when Grove caught the pick. You literally see 50 people come up the sideline and go in the end zone. That just shows you how much everybody loves BG and how much everybody's rooting for each other. So we got a close knit team, man. Everybody's rooting for everybody, and I think that's helped give us success so far.
I know you don't want to be overly confident, but the success that you guys have had on both sides of the ball, what positive ways can confidence and success help you guys out?
Well, Mike Tyson said success breeds more confidence, and confidence breeds more success. So, you just kind of want to keep building on it. Obviously, you want to stay humble, you want to stay hungry, understanding that. And I've been in this league long enough to see a lot of 7-1 teams not make the playoffs. But at the same time, just continue to build on it. I think, like I said, Shane's done a great job of just keeping everybody focused one day at a time, one week at a time. Just keep that mentality, keep that mindset. And I think if you just keep approaching it one day at a time, one week at a time, at the end of the day, you'll look up and you'll be where you want to be. So.
Actually do. A lot of people feel it now, but we've been feeling it like since training camp, even before that. So, there's nothing new to us. It feels like
Latu, have you ever seen a group of D linemen take the ball away with the interceptions the way that this group has so far in the season?
I've never been a part of a team where the D line's just everywhere, all over the ball. It feels like, but I gotta love it, right?
You've already gotten a couple yourself this season. How excited were you to see Grove get that 1-0? It was obviously his birthday the next day.
Yeah,
So
shoot. When I seen him, God, I couldn't wait to run down there with him. So it was dope seeing that.
Just ask Zaire this as well, and the offense is always so quick to credit you guys with taking the ball away, putting them in the right situations to be successful. I know you guys have come off the sidelines, you're making your adjustments, but it seems like you guys are all really quick when to watch this offense. How excited are you to watch what they have done, how productive they've been?
When you got, DJ leading the front and dudes in every position, making plays and doing their part, it's fun to watch. And then especially being on the sideline and knowing like they're taking control of the game and they're taking control of the ball. It makes our job way easier, and it feels like, we don't really got to think too much, but just play football and get the ball back.
This is the second time you're going to face Tennessee in just a few weeks, pretty early in the season to have a division opponent twice. With the quarterback they have, the run game that they have, how do you prepare for this team to test you all the time?
Shoot, I feel like we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing what we did last week. As a front, as a D-line, we got to get after it, after the quarterback, make him, scramble, make him, stutter in the pocket, and then our defense is going to keep doing what they do. Our linebackers going to keep doing what they do, and give us that time to get, to them. So it'll be a fun one.